really stink at girls. As they grow up, they run. Not even kidding. Like this one time, I was talking to my friend about how I really like this girl, and then my friend's like, dude, I know that girl, yeah. Then he takes my phone, programs her number into my phone, and says, bro, call her. And I'm like, I don't even know her. He says, just do it. And I'm like, no. So I just, like, no, and I go on home, put the phone in my pocket, right? But I did call her. But it's one of those pocket calls, you know, where you put your phone in your pocket and Siri decides to do it for you. But, you know, and she does call back. At the most convenient time, too. When I was talking to my dad. So the phone rings. And then I'm like, oh, it's probably just a telemarketer. I pick up the phone, I'm like, and then my dad gives me this look like, Caleb, who is it? I'm like, no one. And he's like, it's a girl, isn't it? You don't know that for sure. I don't even know. And he's like, go on, answer it. Hello? And then my dad goes AWOL the rest of the night. He starts speaking high-pitched and everything. He's like, oh, honey, get the camera! Caleb's on the phone! It's with a girl! Oh, sue me. Oh, I bet she's gorgeous. It's okay, honey. We're not here. We're not here. Yeah, I'm going to have to call you back. What the heck? Oh, it's okay, honey. You don't need to be nervous. We're all family here. And someday, she can become part of our family. Yeah, no. Oh. And see, that's just one example. See, there was this other time on my senior trip for my church, you know. We were floating on the river rapids, and I was on one of those floats, you know. I was floating, I hit a bump, and I was going backwards, right? And there was this girl that walked up, or floated up, right? And she had this big smile on her face. She was really pretty, and I'm like, wow, a girl like that's smiling at me. Wow, this is awesome. And then she starts laughing. She's like, I'm like, what? She's like, you're about to hit a rock. I'm like, no, I'm not. Oh my gosh! Oh! I got stuck. What, you're not going to help me? No. I can't believe I found you attractive. And then finally, I'd like to tell the story of what happened at my homeschool homecoming. And believe me, before I say anything, it's not what it sounds like. I swear she was not my cousin. I was wanting to ask for the girl to dance, right? My friends were like, dude, you gotta do this, man, go, go. I'm like, no. And I'm like, but they said, go, do it. I'm like, all right, fine. So I'm walking over to ask her to dance. I'm like, what am I getting myself into? I go over and I take my hand. I'm like, hey, you want to dance? And she's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, okay. I take her hand, and I realized that I used the wrong hand to ask her to dance. We were walking like this. And I was like, oh crap, wrong hand. I'm like, oh! Then it gets worse. I just keep going. And then when we finally get over to the place to start dancing, I had no idea how to dance. So I start asking her for pointers. I'm just like, so, where do I put my hand? And she's like, on my waist. I'm like, oh, right. And then the music starts, and I'm like, okay, again, I don't know, so I start improvising. I'm like, woo! There you go. Woo! Oh my gosh! Just keep dancing. Man, this is awkward. And I said that out loud. You know, I went myself once when I was 5. And then the dance ended, and it was kind of awkward. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. But, you know, actually it wasn't too bad with me and her. Eventually me and her became really good friends, you know. Started building some sort of bond, you know. It was really good. And then I asked her to prom. And she said no. I mean, it was really good. But the reason why I guess the reason why she said no is I guess it had something to do with me kicking her in the face. She wanted to look good for her prom picture, what that means. You know, it's her loss. She missed out on this more. Thank you.